Hey guys, Jedi270 here with Gas Armory. I want to apologize because I've been a couple of issues back on Airsoft International, and if you follow me on my own channel, the Jedi270, I do a lot of reading, especially with AI. This is one of the magazines that I put a lot of trust in because when these guys do reviews on items, it will tell you who did the review, how long they owned that piece of kit, and how much testing they put it through before they do the review. And it's probably one of the best review magazines out there, and you can pretty much trust what these guys tell you. Now what we're going to talk about is something that myself and a couple of the senior armorers have talked about for a long time. Lover and I sat down and talked about it the other night on the phone, and a lot of people don't know. HK3 is a subsidiary of WE, or WeTech as we know it. Now you're not going to find a lot of the HK3 guns in the United States. You're starting to see them now, and that was the XDM 40 is an HK3 made gun, or it's made on the HK3 line under the WE banner. And this is why you're starting to see a better fit, a better finish, a better magazine, a better gas. They're just really starting to grow in leaps and bounds. Now, HK3, the other line that you find in Europe and a lot of the Asian sites, are fully licensed. Now, WE, for the lines that they're releasing in the US, they're getting a little dangerous with some of the stuff they do. Like, in this case, this is the G17. Okay? The finish is getting better. The frames are getting better. And when I say dangerous, you have everything but the lock on Glock and a lot of different stuff here. So they do just what they can to get by with it. And some people will say, okay, that's not a nice way to do things. Okay, that's fine. Just pick on WE all you want. But they're trying to give you as much as they can without, getting themselves and everybody else in trouble. I love WE. Am I a fanboy? No, because I can find faults with them as well. To go a little bit deeper, okay, in this issue of AI, you will find the review of the WE SIG P226. As you can see, this is fully trademarked. You have to excuse the flash, I'm sorry. But I'm going to read a couple of excerpts from this where you guys can understand where I'm coming from. Especially this paragraph here. It says, we have to wonder exactly what WE has been doing recently. Not only have they been prolific in the extreme, but the build quality and performance WE Tech shows in almost every case. We still hear the occasional disparaging remark with regards to them as a manufacturer, especially over at Arnie's. You hear a lot of the WE haters. However, it is clear that they are not content to sit and rest on their laurels. Granted, there is still the element of copying other designs such as TM. However, their ability to match or improve upon the performance of the originals with the benefit of full metal construction and some genuinely excellent finishes is rapidly setting them apart from the crowd. At a time when everyone is feeling the cold economic winds, there in the UK it's 125 pounds, so that's about $200 US, a little bit more, for a full metal SIG isn't really too much to ask. And if you're in the market for a 226 to complete or complement your loadout, one of these should probably be on the list, somewhere near the top. Down at the bottom it says the good stuff. Sparkling performance and ease of use. The not so good stuff. Let me see if I can get in there. Probably not. This flash is a pain in the rear end. It says, in the interests of fairness, we did try to come up with some negative comments, but we failed miserably. You would have to dislike SIGs completely not to be impressed by this gun. It goes on in here to talk about comparing them with KWA, and it says when they sit and they try to compare it to the KWA P226, the margins are very thin. In other words, they're saying that this new gun coming out from WE, and even they mentioned the XDM in this article, that they are just as good, if not slightly better, than KWA. And guys, I've always said that KWA is a good company, but I've always compared them to a West Coast offense. They'll come out, they'll make one big huge play, touchdown. And I'm talking about the MP7, the KMP9, the LM4, and the latest incarnation of the Chris Vector. They take their time and they work out these guns and they come out with a big play every time. But it seems to me here lately the time span between the LM4 and the KMP9 was probably, what, about a year or two? And then between the LM4 to the Chris Vector was probably about a year. So they're starting to pick up their pace in what they turn out new from KWA, and they're still doing an excellent job. But WE and their new advent of HK3, these guys come out, they're like the Steelers and the Ravens, man. They nickel and dime you to death. And they're always coming up with something new. When they've got something coming out on the market, they've got 3 other guns in the wings waiting. And they work on them constantly. And they have done nothing but improve upon fit and finish and turning out some excellent guns. You know, we were talking on, like I said, I was talking to him on the phone the other night. And the M14 has already been discontinued. The EBR kits have already been discontinued. They're planning on bringing out the MP5 and they're bringing out the Scar Heavy. And neither of us believe that the M4 is going anywhere as far as WE is concerned, because it's a moneymaker. But you're going to see a lot more pistols coming out from WE in the HK3 lineup. A lot of these guns in the HK3 lineup that are fully trademarked, you're going to have to go to Asia to get them. And then you have to take the chance on seizure and all this other stuff unless you live there. But they are turning out these quality guns here in the United States. You do have some trades, and they all look pretty daggone good, except for just a few items are not, you know, completely accurate, okay? But the quality of the gun and the quality of the finish has grown exponentially over the past year. And in the next couple of years, these pistols are going to be a hard contender to beat. This one here, I plan on putting in a 9-ball barrel, spring guide, and return spring, and a Reaps bucking. And I'm telling you, this pistol is a tack driver. It's a nice gun for what you pay for it, okay? And it's evident because they don't come in a box. You got to order them from Evic in 2 pieces. Okay, so there's another inclination that things are going a little bit differently. But the simple fact that WE is turning out such great guns at such a breakneck speed, I mean, and the guys at AI absolutely love it, and this is definitely going to be Jedi's next purchase. I am a huge fan of anything Sig Sauer has made in the real steel world, to include some Kimbers. I love Kimbers and SIGs. In my opinion, Heckler & Co. can't hold a candle to Sig Sauer. Never has and never will. And, you know, neither one of them can hold a candle to Kimber as far as I'm concerned. But anything with SIG or Kimber on it, I'm there. But, man, I'm telling you, the HK3s, you can go over to Airsoft Global and look at them. EABI Asia has them. And they're selling like crazy. They can't keep the Glocks in stock. Everything's just flying off the shelves. And we're going to see a lot of stellar stuff coming from WE and HK3 over the next couple of years. All the people out there that hate on WE, the only thing I can tell you, dude, is sit back and watch, because it's going to get very interesting in the next couple of years as far as WE is concerned. You're going to start seeing some guns come out that absolutely blow KWA out of the water. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And they've gone as far as to come out with a new Katana AEG. I don't have a whole lot of AEG experience. I have owned them in the past. But I can only say that maybe if I owned an AEG, I would probably give the Katana a shot. You know, anything that WE has made and that I own has been stellar, with the exception of the one gun that blew up on me, and that was partially my fault and being misled by some marketing. So, but to be honest with you, man, I love them. I really do. They turned out some great stuff. So, if you guys get the chance to go to your local newsstand, pick up Airsoft International and give it a look. I mean, you know, you won't catch me buying anything. This is something that I want right here. This G-Nade. And I'm going to have to figure out where I can get this from, because this thing looks pretty cool. Lots of good stuff in here, man. KJ Works, KCO2 Breakdown. They do a lot of different gear reviews and that sort of thing. This is like their gift zone for Christmas and all that. It shows you how far behind I am. But a lot of these magazines show some pretty cool stuff, man. There's a lot of good information. Here you got Airsoft Pro Supplies over in the UK. Lots of good letters in here. Pictures, I mean, just everything is just outstanding. So, thanks guys for watching, and we appreciate you coming over to Gas Armory. I hope this sheds some light on some of the new stuff that's coming out from WE that we get here in the US. And of course, now that P226 you saw here in AI, we can get in the F226 in the US. Same quality gun, same finish. You're just having to deal with the trademarks being the way they are. But it's well worth picking the guns up. There's been some people, the only problem I've had with this one is the vibration. This pin right, where's that pin at? Yeah, it's this one right here. It likes to vibrate and loosen up a little bit, but it's never fallen out on me. I just reach up there and push it back in. It only happens like once in a blue moon. So a little blue Loctite, you know, won't hurt nothing. Just slap it in there. But the quality of the frames, the fit and finish of the guns is just absolutely amazing what WE's coming out with. And the best part about it is they still don't charge you an arm and a leg for this kind of quality. And I don't see WE doing that. What's going to happen is you're going to see these guns get better and better and better, and they're going to sell more and more and more, and they won't have to buck the price up to make up the difference. So guys, give WE a second try. Pick up some of these guns that they're turning out with the HK3 branding and the HK3 processing, and you guys, I'm telling you, you will not be disappointed. Thanks for watching.